Day before the first test.
Here we are.
Expectations for tomorrow?
Expecting quite good things after the first shakedown at Snetterton. Fingers crossed we should have a good day. Expecting extreme reliability as it's a Honda. But tomorrow's all about having a play, see what we can improve, see what needs improving. So hopefully the weather will hold out as we've put a dry setup onto the car. We'll just turn up and see how we do.
So you spent all the last summer and into the winter building the car.
Yeah.
It's getting real now, isn't it?
Yeah, the nerves are kicking in. Yeah, getting a bit more nervous every time you buy something else. And like say, the first date may be provisionally booked for the first race, so that kind of hit home and gave me butterflies to start with. So yeah, getting very, very nervous at the moment, but looking forward to it.
You got a dry setup on. The forecast looks a bit ugly for tomorrow, doesn't it?
It does.
Hoping it's going to blow through.
Hoping, the wind's meant to be quite strong, so I'm hoping it's not going to be there too much.
Well, it's strong today.
Yeah, it's very strong today. If the wind's like this, hopefully it won't be there. Weather forecast said it should be wet till about 10, 11 o'clock, so we're hoping go out in the morning, do a little bit of testing, get familiarisation with the track, and then in the afternoon we can put some times together.
So in terms of tomorrow, the format for the day, have you got a plan for how it'll look throughout the day?
We're hoping, like I say, go out, never driven brands before, so go out, spend the first sort of hour. I want to just familiarise with the circuit, have a bit of instruction if I can. Well worth it. I had it up at Snetterton, learnt the track by experts that drive the track all the time and also race. So yeah, get the first hour out of the way of sighting the laps, come in, see what we can change, see what we can make better, and as I say, fingers crossed, weather changes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, good hunting tomorrow. I'll see you there anyway.
Yeah, look forward to it.
He says with anticipation and fear.
Yeah, a little bit of fear. If the weather's as bad as it says, I mean, realistically, if I can get inside 1 minute, sort of 20. First time there, with the weather that's forecasted, I'm going to be ecstatic, especially with the tyres I've gone, because I haven't got full rain tyres. So I think tomorrow we'll see what we do, see if we can stay on the track.
Cool. Good hunting.
Sounds good.
So just arriving at Brands, just driving down to the pits now. I don't know if you can see out the window, but it's wet and grey. So this is going to be a real test. Busiest car of the day. So what's happening?
The car's still in a bit flat. There's nothing in fourth gear, it's just no power. So pulling out of on the wet into fourth gear, short shifting, just can't get no pace up. Just can't get no pace at all.
So are you doing some of the map?
Yeah, we're going to try and, I think we had a problem with a TPS earlier on in the day. So again, we struggled with sound on the noise test just due to it backfiring. So just going to try and change the TPS settings a little bit.
Exactly as it was at Snetterton. Yeah?
first impressions?
First impressions today are it's a lot harder than it looks driving in the rain. Driving standards up here today are pretty terrible. But all in all, we're not doing too bad. We've knocked about 10 seconds a lap off to when we first come out. So we'll see what the afternoon brings. Tyres are holding up alright, quite a bit of grip through those. I won't reveal what they are, but we may try something a little bit different for this afternoon, so let's see what this weather does.
Well, at the moment the weather's been the kind of key thing for the day, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's holding everyone back. We've had 8 to 9 red flags with people going off, so obviously that shows how kind of slippery it is. We've got everyone here today from novices to full out race drivers, so it's quite a wide spread of people.
And so what you expect, because it's your first time at Brands, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never driven this track before. Obviously when you talk to people about the track, they tell you about the inclines and the dips and the off camber curves and everything like that, which is really difficult. And then you add to the fact of the rain and a new car, just making it really hard. But loving the track, can't wait for the dry.
I saw you playing around with a map earlier on. What was the problem?
They had switched over somehow in the ECU, so you run 2 maps, one for non-VTEC, one for VTEC, but it kept switching between the two, so sort of outside of the power band I had nothing there, it was just flat. So we had to change some settings on the ECU and hold back the VTEC when it comes in to try and reduce the wheel spin.
And what are you doing this afternoon?
This afternoon, hopefully we're going to have a bit of a play around with some tyres, run the map what we've got. We meant to be having a bit of dry weather in about half an hour, so it's starting to dry up, so hopefully we can get some more hard testing put in.
Yeah, we thought that until the rain started coming again.
Yeah, it was meant to stop at 11, but here we are, 1 o'clock nearly, and it's still raining hard.
You had the first shakedown at Snetterton.
Yep.
And that seemed to go well.
Yeah, it went really well at Snetterton, again in the dry. Nice big long straight, so sort of each circuit obviously has got its own demands, so we're kind of hoping that, like I say, this afternoon with the map tweaks and whatever else, we can sort of get back this kind of performance that we expected from Snetterton.
So the series you've entered,
Quaife Cannons, tin tops.
my understanding is the calendar's provisionally out.
Provisionally out, first race being a bank holiday weekend in April, the 1st and the 2nd. I'm not sure if I'm racing on both days yet or just the one. Until the calendar's put out in full, I will not know that. But that's what we're aiming for.
And so scrutineering beforehand to make sure the car's to spec.
Yeah, I've got to make a phone call when we're happy with the car. A scrutineer can come around either to work or meet me here at Brands. He'll go over the car, make sure that everything is A-OK. The regs for 2018 haven't been put out yet either, so we may have to change some stuff for that. But so we're just trying to hold out as long as possible.
That's fair enough. And is there a date when that will be locked down?
I'm hoping to get that done within the next 2 weeks. They said that the date should be out this coming Monday, today, and the same with the regs. They didn't want to release one without the other. So fingers crossed, when I get home tonight we'll have a set of regs.
What happens after today?
After today, just having a little bit of trouble booking my ARDS test with one thing and another. So I need to get that done, need to crack on with that, get that done this side of February hopefully, and book some more test days, develop the car a little bit in between. Hopefully, like we say, we can adjust a few things in the car and just see how things are going to work out for us. But a full-on test day, I think that's what's in need of.
Yeah. So the race series goes between here, Snetterton and Donington?
That's
right?
correct. Yep, and we're do a loop of the GP on this at Brands as well.
Oh really?
So it's Indy and GP, yeah, which is again something I've not driven.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting.
Not many of us have driven the GP, so
yeah, so looking forward to that. Different challenges again. Right, we try to go
2 bolts.
You've got your bolts in there, but I could have sworn you had another sort of couple of 70 in there.
It went right up in about that far.
Oh, well, it must still be there then. So you're obviously just driving the 2 key now. But what's going on out there, you're 3 dBs over. So
Oh, really?
they told me to remove the sticker, and that's the end of the day for the car, I'm afraid.
So that was an interesting day. It finished early, unfortunately, because of noise. They got pulled first thing this morning, and then they put the decibel killer into the exhaust, which hinders performance a little bit, which is why they left it out to start with. But had to do that, and they ran in the rain, and had a good session. Jimmy, as Jimmy said, took 10 seconds out of the lap times, which was good. But in reality, as the track started to dry this afternoon, and if you can look out of the window now, it's a little bit brighter. The rain stopped. It's still very wet. The rain stopped. The lap time started to come down. Jimmy started to apply a bit more to the car because it was drying, and he could. And he peaked the decibel meter, the drive-by decibel meter. So he was 3 decibels over. That was his second strike of the day, and that was it. Game over. Decided Jimmy and I would speak tomorrow to work out how the day went, because clearly right now he's a bit disappointed.
No.
How was it for you?
Terrifying. Yeah, it was a different way of driving completely. Really glad that we done it. As I said, I hoped the weather would change. It didn't. It rained from start to finish. I mean, we were talking puddles on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very exciting, but glad we got through it.
So everybody's seen the weather and me whinging about how wet and miserable it is.
Yeah, it was pretty miserable. I mean, by the time we went home, there was 10 red flags with cars going off. We had some smashed caterhams into the barrier. I mean, it was really challenging. For myself, yeah, I'm really pleased that we come away in one piece as well as anything else. So yeah, setup was slightly wrong, tyres were wrong, but we're here.
But it went. I mean, in fairness, Steve, don't play it down too much, because the reality was you kind of lost 10 seconds during the day, or you gained 10 seconds on a lap time. From the start to the end.
From start to end, yeah, it's just over 10 seconds. So that's pretty impressive with what we had. Let's say,
Yeah,
we're
given
happy
that
with
you've
that.
never been there before.
Never been,
So,
as we said.
Well, that was good. Did the car perform like you expected? I saw you playing around with the maps quite a bit.
No, for some reason something's happened within the map. When I was coming up from Paddock Hill Bend up to Druids, it just felt flat in fourth. I could have gone to third, but I was getting wheel spin because of the amount of water in the bottom of the dip. So I tried short shifting to fourth, but it just wasn't pulling up the hills as well as it should. The engine I'm really familiar with. I've had it for years. I know that there's more there. Today we've had a look and we've rectified it, but it's a day too late.
Always the same.
So, but like I say, the car performed well in the weather. For what it was, there probably wouldn't be much call for much more power anyway.
So what did you think of Brands Hatch?
Yeah, different. Yeah, really like it. The way that the curves change and the bends and angles on the track. One corner you're leaning in, one corner you're sliding out. Amazing. The elevation difference on the track. To change the elevation from the inside to the outside of the track, the way it curves over, you get a real feel, especially in the wet. It feels like you're sliding even though you're not.
It's interesting, the elevation, because when you see videos, and no doubt when they see the video of this previously, you don't get an impression of the elevations and the changes.
No, there's nothing like it. No, I don't think there's another track out there definitely that I've been to that's got that sort of elevation change and that dramatically. I mean, bearing in mind it's only just over a mile track, and there's 3 or 4 different elevation levels on that track. There's quite a lot to learn. So
you've had 24 hours to reflect on yesterday.
Yep.
One key thing you take away from it?
On the plus side, learning the wet line. I think that was really important. Like I said, I had some instruction. He taught me the wet line. And I think that was kind of invaluable through the day, and that was all part of helping me knock my time down.
Yeah.
Once you know how to drive the track wet, driving it in the dry should be easier.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're well pleased with that.
So what's next?
Next for me is the yards test. I've got a provisional date booked for that, but we're having trouble with the medical. I'm having it all done at Brands altogether, but the doctor's being a bit ill, so just waiting for
irony.
Yeah, irony. So just waiting for confirmation that the doctor's going to be there on the day I'm doing my yards. So
Okay.
that will be the next step for me. Change a little bit more on the car, and we'll go again.
What changes on the car?
We're going to look at playing around with a few spring rates.
Yeah.
Because I was really, really struggling in the wet to get some of the power down earlier on in the day. So we just softened it up a little bit and the car felt a lot better. So we're going to look at going a little bit softer on the springs. Hopefully we get another wet test day as well as a dry one. All the data we got from wet. So
One of the things I said when I was driving up to Brands yesterday when I was talking to the camera, one of the things I said about following this season is a lot of people are going to watch this video, people who are really interested in it, in going motor racing, but don't have a clue about how to go about it or what it will cost. Because everybody talks about it being really expensive and all that kind of stuff. So one of the things I want to get out of this season from a viewer's point of view, and I have also asked them to ask questions on the various videos if they want to get questions answered. And we said we'll be open and honest about it.
Yeah, completely
100%
down the line.
The video,
as long as the wife don't see it. Completely honest.
So far, is it what you expected?
It is. Like I said, at the beginning, a lot more work going into the car than what I realised. Luckily for me, you know, the workshop that we have behind us, it's a family-run business that we're doing it through. So there's been a lot of early mornings, late evenings, plus getting the work in during the day if we can allow someone to do it, either myself, my brother, or one of the other lads, or a lady that we have it. I think if you was to do it cost by cost, at the moment I'd be setting on labour probably about 5,000 if I was to pay it out of my own pocket. But if you can cut costs, if you can weld,
That's to get the car ready.
That's to get the car to track prepared, ready, roll cage.
Does that include buying
seam
a car?
welded. I bought my car for £300 off a friend, which is a 3-door Civic EJ9. Luckily for me, I had a Honda CRX before this, so I managed to donor a lot of the parts over. So really, it's kind of look out, because there's a lot of track cars out there that haven't been race prepared. They don't need a lot more.
No.
They don't need a lot more work to get put onto the track for a race.
Oh, that's interesting. Because a lot of people who are interested do track days.
Yeah, exactly that.
But it's that next step.
Yeah, I mean, take yesterday, for example. There was probably 6-7 cars going around the track that weren't far off. They were roll caged, they had the big brakes, proper seats, proper harnesses.
Yeah.
They just didn't race them. I said, but there's plenty of series that them cars could go straight into.
So the money you talked about today,
Yep.
does that include all the race gear you had to buy?
No. That's a little bit on top. Later on in the video, we'll cover that on another video of what I brought, what we need to look for.
Yeah.
But basically an outline is, if you was to say 12 to 1,300 quid, that's brought me my helmet, my suit, but we'll go through that on the next video when we go through what we need to go racing.
Great. Oh, well, look, thanks for your time over the last couple of days.
No, there's no worries.
Try not to get in the way. I look forward to the next
can't
test.
wait. We'll let you know.